Hi guys, it's Wyatt the Nerd, and I think I just saw one of the greatest movies of all time. You know what that movie is? Dunkirk. Oh my gosh, dude. This movie is definitely going to be the best movie of the year. I don't see how there's going to be a better movie than this movie. This movie takes the crown. Logan is second, but this movie's number one. This movie, oh my gosh, dude. I can't believe it. Christopher Nolan does it again. Dunkirk is amazing. This is the best movie of the year. And if you don't see it, you're missing out. Because this is, oh my gosh, dude. I don't know how to, it's just, like when people are like, hey, movies can't be art. This is pure art. This is like a painting. So yeah, today I will be reviewing the brand new Christopher Nolan movie, Dunkirk. And if you guys want to know the story of it, it's about when these troops or soldiers from Belgium, the Great Britain Empire, and France. So, and they're in Dunkirk, France. And they're surrounded by Germans. And there's 400 soldiers there. And by the way, this takes place in World War II. Even before the U.S. joined. So yeah. So they have to escape before they die. And by the way, this is based on a true story. And let me just tell you, it is so realistic, okay? This is one of the most realistic movies I have ever seen. I mean, I don't know. There's probably a lot of false stuff in it, like in every based on a true story movie. But this movie just felt like I was watching like war footage. I mean, even though it was like really high quality, it felt like I was watching like a World War II footage. It felt like I was watching footage of a war. That's how realistic it felt. Like, it just felt like they got everything point on point. They got all like the uniforms right. They got everything right. And you know what's cool about it? They filmed this movie in Dunkirk. Yeah, they actually did. They filmed this movie in Dunkirk. I mean, some of it was probably filmed in other places, like in the studio set, but the beach scenes are filmed in Dunkirk. And so that makes it a lot more realistic. This movie is just, like, as I said, it feels like you're watching war footage. Like, it feels like you're actually watching a war. Most of the time, I forgot that it was a movie. It didn't feel like a movie. It felt like a war footage. It felt like I was watching footage from World War II. That's how realistic it feels. And basically the main reason why is because the visuals. The visuals are amazing. Like, this might be one of the best visual movies ever. I mean, I know Christopher Nolan does a lot of great visuals, but this might be one of his best. I'm just saying, I'm just telling you. These visuals are amazing. Like these are just appealing to the eyes. Like when I was watching the movie, I was just looking at it and like, wow, man, this is so appealing. Like it's just one of the most appealing movies I have ever seen. Maybe the most appealing movie I have seen in a movie theater. Like, it is so appealing. Like, when I just looked at the movie screen, I was like, oh my gosh, dude, that looks so beautiful. Like, it is just awesome. Like, if you love watching, like, the visual scenes and, like, visual scenes that look amazing in film, you have to see this movie because the visuals are just amazing. Like, it's like, they got, like, again, with, like, the realistic part, they got point on the visuals. They did so good with the visuals. It just looked amazing. Also, the quality of the film, it was just amazing. And just seeing, like, all, like, the World War II stuff in high quality film. And again, it felt so realistic, so looked really appealing to the eye. And the acting, oh my gosh, dude, the acting was so awesome. Even though, like, the main character, one of the main characters is acted by a guy that's in One Direction, even though One Direction sucks. Still, he's really good. All the acting in this was good. Like, oh my gosh, like even if there was a bad actor in this, like the guy from One Direction, like I I bet you if Christopher Nolan didn't direct this, he wanted to be a really good actor. But since he was in a Christopher Nolan film, Christopher Nolan made him into a really good actor. That's the thing about Christopher Nolan. To me, he's my favorite director because he knows how to make a movie. He knows how to make a movie good. I mean, sometimes there might be some like you might nitpick sometimes, and like there might be some little bad stuff in it. But still, he gets stuff point on point. Like for example, the acting. He knows how to make actors act good. I mean, they can even suck, but he makes actors act. Like, it's just amazing. I mean, I became a huge Christopher Nolan fan when I first saw Interstellar in the movie theaters. And that's why I was very hyped up for this movie. I was kind of like, well, I don't know. I mean, I watched the trailers, and like the run time is only like 106 minutes, which that's an hour and 46 minutes. And that's really short. Like, instead of Interstellar was like 2 hours and 49 minutes, which that's like 3 hours. And this movie's like 2 hours. So I was kind of worried because it didn't feel that long. But this movie, like, I'm not a big fan. I don't really like watching short movies. But this movie makes you feel like I mean, you know it's short when you're watching it, but it's like it's short in a good way, okay? Like, I mean, I'd like it to be longer, but still, they made the film short, but it was short in a good way. It just felt awesome. Like, when you were done watching it, you felt like you've seen a whole flippin' war. It seems like you watched like this whole footage of a war. That's what it felt like, and it felt like enough. And that's what's good, because the running time's short. But like, I don't like short movies because it feels like they're not enough. But when I was done watching this movie, I'm like, wow, that's enough. That is amazing. That's the thing about this movie. It's just awesome. Like, I mean, if I had to nitpick a thing that was wrong with it, is that the story, I don't know, like, the story could kind of feel bland, or like not, like, it might be like, but still, I mean, it's still like all the acting and all the visuals and everything else that's awesome about it, like just amazing. It makes you forget that the story is kind of bland, and it's just awesome. Like, I mean, it's like it just makes me not really care that the story's a little bland. If you want to nitpick, you can tell that the story's kind of bland. Well, that's for me. But still, as I said, the visuals just make it an amazing story. Even though if you just put it on paper, it might seem a little bland. And it's just amazing that, like, I don't know. This is one of the more realistic war movies. Like, it's not really like Hacksaw Ridge. It's not like, I mean, Hacksaw Ridge was realistic, but this one's like more, I don't know. I feel like this one's a lot more realistic, and I don't know, it feels a lot more, less CGI. Like, a lot less CGI. I bet you some of the plane scenes were CGI, but like this just feels like they didn't really use CGI a lot. And that's the one thing good about Christopher Nolan. He doesn't really use CGI. I mean, he does use CGI, but he likes to film stuff without CGI to make it more real. This movie felt a lot more real than Hacksaw Ridge. That's why I think this movie is better than Hacksaw Ridge, which Hacksaw Ridge is another World War II movie. And I don't know, it's just this movie, it's just amazing. Like, I don't know, it's just, like, you guys just should just see it for yourselves, okay? Like, you guys will be shocked, okay? I mean, if you don't really like movies not with a lot of humor, you probably shouldn't go see this movie. I mean, it does have some humor in it, I guess, but like, I don't know, this movie is more, to me, is more like an art form. I know people hate it when people call movies art, but really, I think movies should be art, okay? Movies are basically art. Because it's like you're filming, and I mean, that's your own art. Like, for example, when people are like, oh my gosh, video games are not art. But really, if you think about it, that's your own project. That's your masterpiece. That's your art. That's what I think about this movie. This movie is just like a painting. It's just art. It's just amazing. I don't know. I mean, it was worth it for the 3-year-long wait. I remember when I saw Interstellar, I'm like, I can't wait till Christopher Nolan's next movie. And look at it now. It's Dunkirk. I already saw it, and it's just amazing. It was worth the wait. I'm just telling you. And you're probably like, why the nerd? Where are you gonna rate the movie? It's definitely a 10 out of 10. There is no way that it's not a 10 out of 10. Okay? So I bet you a lot of people. I bet you a lot. Like, it depends basically what person you are. It's like the movie is like, I don't know. To me, like, I like it because it's a very realistic. To me, there's not like, I don't know. There's not like a lot of dialogue in it. There is dialogue, but it's kind of like a, I don't know. It's weird because there's like a lot of characters in it. And it feels like I don't know. Like, it's like sometimes there's like 2 minutes of no dialogue. Sometimes there's a lot of dialogue. Well, not really a lot, but like when you hear all the dialogue coming on, you're like, whoa, that's a lot of dialogue. Because sometimes there's just minutes of no dialogue, and that's what I like about it, because it makes it more intense. Like, that's what I think movies should do more. Still, there should be like the movies that are like huge, but this movie is just, to me, it's just a realistic, like a realistic war movie. This is, to me, one of the greatest, or the greatest war movie of all time. I bet there's so much better ones, but this is just, wow. Like, I don't know, this movie is just amazing. Like, this is definitely going to be the greatest movie this year. And it's just, and I'm not really that surprised. I think Interstellar, The Dark Knight, and The Dark Knight Rises is better than this movie, but it's better than Inception and Batman Begins. Well, it's a little better than Batman Begins. And again, this is directed by my favorite director, Christopher Nolan. And yeah, and again, he did another masterpiece, which was Dunkirk. And I don't think this can be performed again. I don't think there's ever going to be a really realistic war movie again. Yes, there's going to be like Hacksaw Ridge type movies, like with the ones with all the like action and you know what I'm talking about. I bet there's still going to be a lot of war movies, but this might be one of the last realistic war movies ever. Like, I don't think there's ever like, see, in the like, it's just like no. This is not war movies, but maybe one of the last realistic World War II movies. Because World War II is just like, it's getting like the years are passing by and it's getting more like, it's getting more past, you know. And like, I think when it's like it reaches the 100 years mark, I don't think they're gonna be able to really do any realistic World War II movies. I bet you, yes, there's still gonna be a lot of World War II movies, but I think this might be one of the last, or maybe the last realistic, like really like on realistic World War II movie. But yeah, I don't know, or maybe they're not gonna do like a lot of realistic war movies, because this might be like, I don't know, I feel like this is going to be one of the last realistic World War II movies, maybe in a long time. So not to miss your chance, I'm sorry that I said realistic war movies. Still, there's going to be a lot of realistic war movies. But this one's probably the most realistic World War II movie. Like, that's probably going to happen in a long time. Like, there's probably still some, like, false stuff about it, because of course in every true movie that's based on a true story, there's still going to be false stuff on it. I bet you like a lot of, maybe some of the characters are false. I don't know, even some of the main characters, I don't know if they're false or maybe they're all true. But really, still, even if some of the characters are false, it still feels really true. Like, it just feels like it's all real. And that's what a masterpiece should do. It should be like really believable, and that's what it is. Like, again, it feels like I'm watching World War II footage. It's just amazing. This might be one of the last realistic World War II movies. There's still going to be a lot of other really good realistic war movies in the future, but this might be one of the last realistic World War II movies. So before before you go out and see any other movie, before you see the Emoji Movie, before you see Spider-Man, before you see Planet of the Apes, before you see any movie in the movie theaters, the next time you go, please see this 10 out of 10 movie. Because if you don't see Dunkirk, you are missing out. You're going to miss out on one of the greatest war movies of all time. I'm just saying, I'm just warning you. Do not miss this movie. I mean, I have seen War for the Planet of the Apes, and like I love that movie, but like you should see Dunkirk before you see that, because Dunkirk is just 10 out of 10 amazing. So just please see it. I mean, I don't think everybody's gonna like it. And I bet you just gonna. I mean, there's still a lot of people that hate it. But this movie, to me, is just a masterpiece. It's a work of art. It feels like I'm watching World War II footage. The acting is amazing. I mean, the story might feel bland, but everything else in it is just amazing. And also, you forgot to point out the action. The action is amazing. I mean, it goes apart with the visuals, but the action makes it so believable. Like, I mean, the action does go into the visuals, and it's just the action, like the explosions make you feel like, wow, this feels like it actually happened. Like everything in it, just everything in it feels like I'm watching an art form. It's just a masterpiece. I don't know if I should really say anything else. I think to end off this review, as I said a lot of times, you just need to see this movie, okay? Again, if you do not see this movie, you're missing out, okay? Because this is one of the greatest war movies of all time. You might not see a war movie like this ever again. So yeah, don't forget to subscribe, leave a like, and please see this movie, because I give it a 10 out of 10. And see it before you see Planet of the Apes or any other movie in the movie theater. Please just see this movie, okay? So, bye.